kilowatt, Germany kilowatt Romeo.
Germany kilowatt Romeo, is that a roger?
Germany kilowatt Romeo, is that a roger?
Roger, roger.
All right, and what's the name there?
Is Brent, Bravo, Romeo, Echo, November, Tango, located in West Virginia. And the radio I'm running is a ICOM 7300.
Roger, Brent, so if you would be interested in our setup procedure, it starts with your compressor processor engaged at a 3. Turn that compressor on and adjust it to a 3. It's a token amount, but it does exactly what we need it to do, Roger.
It's a token amount, but it does exactly what we need it to do, Roger.
Okay, so I copy you have your compressor on at a 3, Roger.
Okay, so I copy you have your compressor on at a 3, Roger.
Roger, roger.
All right, let's move now to the ALC meter with mic gain in hand. And as you speak fairly rapidly, 100, 200, 300, I want you to adjust your ALC meter for it reflects mid-scale to 2/3 by way of mic gain control. Roger?
Mid-scale to 2/3 by way of mic gain control. Roger?
100, 200, 300. 100, 200, 300.
Okay, so Brent, I'm assuming that you have now set your ALC from mid-scale to 2/3. Is that a Roger?
So now set your ALC from mid-scale to 2/3. Is that a Roger?
That copied you there, Brent. Try again, please.
That copied you there, Brent. Try again, please.
Brent, I'm not sure if we've had some propagation changes or what there, but last we left, you were going to set that ALC meter for mid-scale to 2/3 by way of your mic gain, Roger.
Scale to 2/3 by way of your mic gain, Roger.
Yes, roger, 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 roger.
Okay, I've got a little traffic coming from somewhere, I don't know, but anyway. So now what I want you to do is give me about 10 seconds on your antenna system so I can look around and see if I can find a better path for us, Roger.
So I can look around and see if I can find a better path for us, Roger.
Okay, all right, yeah. For 80, 40, and 20, and there for 80. See the apex is up at about 40 feet, kind of inverted V, comes down to about 20 feet on each end. Over.
Alrighty, I'm getting about 4 clicks above my local noise on my receiver. My local receiver, you are about 4 dB above the noise. What I heard, I think if you just crank in, say, 2 clicks more top-end EQ, 2 clicks additional boost treble EQ from where you are, Roger? All right, come back and repeat that last.
Okay, I have the treble adjusted up 2 clicks, which is +5, which is the maximum for the 7300.
Yes, sir, and I'm getting a pretty good copy on my local antenna now, so I want you to tell me in 10 seconds or so what you'd like best about that 7300.
Radio for the price, it does what I need. I have a more higher end.
Roger Brent. Well, gosh, I looked around and I didn't find anything any better. And matter of fact, the one thing I was using, the Milford SDR, kind of kicked me off again. So I'm constantly battling them to stay up on Milford, and I think I'm back now. So I didn't copy much of that, but I want you to think about. Now I've been through 4 SDRs plus my local receiver, and I'm not really finding you very, very strong. So I propose a change in your life, a great answer to Amateur's Worst Problems. It's the antenna that we've been using for the past few years here on Friday afternoons for our Qso-Vlog net. It is the resonant tuned, no SWR, specifically oriented dipole antenna. It's a dipole antenna, but a resonant tuned dipole antenna. Look, Ma, no antenna tuner. Because they are tuned, they have no SWR to deal with. You're straight out of your radio to the antenna. No conversion loss antenna tuner to deal with. Your max power to the antenna. So think about it, a resonant tuned half-wave dipole antenna. Just a suggestion, Roger.
QSL, that's what I'm running. It is a half-wave dipole, resonant tuned. Well, on this frequency, I have about approximately a 1.5 SWR, 1.5 with no tuner, just the dipole. It's inverted V. Apex is 45 feet to the top, 20 feet to the bottom of each leg.
Yes, sir. I had a pretty good copy in you that time on my local antenna. You were, again, 4 dB above my noise level. Yeah, I'll give you a suggestion about how to tune that resonant half-wave dipole. I use the negative side, the ground side, to adjust my SWR only. Ground side SWR adjustments only, and I bring it back onto frequency on the high side. Because as you do one, it affects the other. So I'm doing my SWR adjustments only on the ground side and bringing it back onto frequency on the high side. And you just keep working back and forth like that till you take that SWR right down to a 0.05 if you want to. Roger?
QSL. Yeah, I have the center point for the frequency is shifted a little lower, so that way I can use the entire quarter-meter band and not run out with the top edge and have to use the tuner. Over.
Yes, sir. Well, doing it that way about tuning the SWR on the ground side and bringing it back on the frequency on the high side, sometimes you don't exactly wind up with an absolute center feed point, because that ground side can take a little longer to adjust, or the frequency can take a little longer. So when you finish, you're not necessarily absolutely balanced, but you are no SWR on the exact frequency that you're looking to be on. Roger?
Yeah, QSL. Like I said, I tuned this one for 7.150, dead middle of the band, so that way I have headway both directions, clear down to 7.00 and clear up to 7.300.
Yes, sir. Exactly. And like I say, if you can then just take that SWR down to a 0.05 if you want to. You don't have to. You can do well at higher SWRs, but I guess it's just a game for me to take those boogers down to a 0.05, and they really work well there, because obviously as you move out to the edges of the band from where you are, your SWR climbs, and so you want to, if you can keep that initial mid-band frequency very low SWR, then there's not going to be much cum as you go out to the edges. Roger? Roger, Roger, Brent. Well, I have lost you, sir. I cannot find you anywhere at the moment. But today is a bad propagation day, so you know, we just have to work through what Mother Nature gives us. So let me say 73. We got our main stuff done here, so we'll say 73. That way, Brent, and you have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend, Roger.
That way, Brent, and you have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend, Roger.
Have a good evening. Kilowatt Delta 8 Golf, Kilowatt Radio.
Roger, Roger. And Brent, your call was KD8GKR, Roger?
Roger, Roger.
Very good, sir. 73, and have a great afternoon. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.